What's going on, guys? It's Stubbs here. Welcome back to another video, and today on Need for Speed 2015 we're gonna go ahead and build a SKYLINE R34 for drifting. I've had a couple of you guys actually request this car before, and since I've been driving Eddie's SKYLINE just a few videos back, if you guys remember, if you guys have seen the video, if you guys haven't, obviously go check it out, but I love this car right now. I fell in love with the way it drove in this game when I was driving Eddie's SKYLINE. It was so good, and I wanted to see if it's any good for drifting, so I went ahead and I bought one of these things. So let's go ahead and start modifying this, see what we can do to it right now. What can we actually do to this? It looks like we can change actually a bunch of stuff to this, so that's really good. Very excited for that. Yeah, let's go buy some stuff. Let's go do some things. What's in the body kits first of all? Let's see here. Sunline Racing. It's okay. It's not great. This just looks absolutely mental. This literally looks like a race car. That whole kit, and then this kit is almost no different to stock. All right, let's see. So we can mess around with that front bumper. Not a lot of stuff to this. Ooh, should we go with the Z-Tune? I think I'm gonna go with the Z-Tune. I really like the Z-Tune SKYLINE. It does look very good, so it's gonna be very interesting. I'm not gonna add anything there. Splitter, should I change it? I don't really know if I want to change it or not. I think it's fine with the stock one. Yeah, the stock one's just fine. Wheels, we'll get to those in a second. Arches, anything we can change here? Basically the Z-Tune arches. Yeah, sure, let's do that. They sort of blend in a little bit better than being like bubbled out. We got the Z-Tune arches. I'll leave those the way they are. Side skirts. Sure. Rear bumper. Let's see. Get the V-Spec 2. That's pretty much it. Sure. The legendary wing. Sound system is pointless because I don't really listen to music in this game. That really sick wing. I don't really know if I want to change it, to be honest, from stock. I do like the way it is stock. If I remove the wing, it looks very interesting now as a drift car, but I think we need a nice big wing. I think the Sunline wing is perfect for a drift car. I'd either get... Nah, fuck that. I'm just gonna remove it altogether. I'll see what that's like. I'll see what it looks like when we go out, but for now I do kind of like it. Exhaust, we're gonna need just one massive ass exhaust. This is the Sunline Racing. Sunline Racing stuff is not that bad, to be honest. But I think that actually does suit it quite well. It's a little bit tilted as well, so that makes it look pretty good too. Alright, so not much else. We can change here. Mirrors. You can change some Sunline Racing mirrors. Yeah, sure. Why not? Since we are turning this into a drift car, why the hell not make this look a little bit more racy, I guess. Now for the hood. Let's see here. Again, Sunline Racing stuff. The V-Spec 2. These all look very similar. And that's the Z-Tune wing, which I do. No, I will just add the tiny little intake in the hood for that. Now for the window tint, bring that down. And that is pretty much all we can do to this thing to change it visually. I guess the wheels, yeah, the wheels we can change. Alright, so I found the wheels that I wanted, which are these, the Work Emotion XT7s. They're very cool. I've had this, I think, on... I can't remember if these are on Horizon 2. I don't know what game this was on, but I remember putting these on a SKYLINE R34 before. So yeah, this is what they look like on the car. I'm going to change the rim size to as high as it goes right now. I decided to paint them somewhat of like a goldish color. It's a little bit brown right now, I think, for me. So I think I might change this up a little bit. If I bring the metallic part up, it changes it more to gold than to brown. So apply that to all rims. See what that looks like real quick right now. Yeah, that looks a little bit better than before. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and pop into tires. I am going to get... I think I'm going to get just the regular Need for Speed tires. Why the hell not? Yeah, let's do that. And then same with the front. Just add the standard Need for Speed tires if I can find them. There we go. Now what can we do with the brakes calipers? It already has Brembos on it. I know that, but we can just get these red ones on instead. Make it look a little bit better. Calipers are fine. Don't really want to change anything there. Or the disc is fine, not the calipers. The calipers I'm changing. And that is pretty much what that looks like. Now let's go ahead and change the stance a little bit. See if we can get this thing to look a little bit better. Have it pretty much obviously have a better stance. Lower this all the way. Track width at the front. Since we're turning this to a drift car, bring the wheels out. Same with the rear, just a little bit. Add a bunch of camber to the front and rear. Oops. There we go. Alright. And that is our R34 Skyline ready for some tuning. Let's go ahead and mess with the paint. What's in the paint shop that we can actually try get? What's over here? Let's see. I thought it was about to be like a Falcon design for a second, but that's not it. Here's some interesting designs. Not really something that I put on the car. This is actually kind of cool, but I absolutely love this Bayside blue color on it, so I'm not going to change that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and modify this thing. I'll probably bring it to around similar horsepower to what my RX-7 has, because that'll be very, very interesting to see how this would challenge the RX-7 basically. So turbo wise, 0 to 100 is faster. Yeah, actually I do want that. So bring that up there. 638. Right now my RX-7 has around 700 and something horsepower. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember exactly what it has, but I think 741 is just fine for this. I'm not going to change anything else. For that, the clutch, everything else I'm going to change. So bring this up like so. Differential as well. The tires, I'll keep the S Plus tires on it. So I'll go with that. Brakes, bring that up. Handbrake, again. Pretty much upgrade everything as much as I possibly can. And we'll see what this is like. So now, this thing has 741 brake horsepower. And it's looking good. So for this, all I want to do is mess around with the slider. And bring the slider over to around this part, which is pretty much what my RX-7 has. And I wanted to see exactly how this thing would handle, because like I said, I'm trying my best to sort of replicate as much of the RX-7 as I possibly can in my cars, because that is pretty much my favorite car to slide around in this game, and it's probably the best one right now, as I've made a video on it a couple of days ago. Actually, I think it's yesterday that I made a video on it. I'm trying to think when the next video is out, and I think it's yesterday. So the RX-7 video is made for me, but I made it, I think it was yesterday, and I'm not entirely sure when this video is going to go up, but it doesn't matter. So let's just drive this thing. Oh my god. This thing, oh my god, this thing sounds fantastic. Alright, so as usual, I thought I'd go ahead and enter into this drift trial here that we pretty much test our cars on, just to see what they're like, how many points we can get, and how they actually drive in the mountains, because that is pretty much where we're going to be sliding quite a lot with our cars anyway. So let's give this a shot. There's a van coming my way. Get out of the way, van. Alright, let's see what this is like. What is our verdict on this car, and what exactly can we change on it to make it a little bit better. Visually, it's fucking beautiful. I love the way this looks. Oh my god, and there's a Supra in front of me. Hello, friend. Oh, wow. Tried to crash into the Supra. So that one I kind of messed up a bit. Oh wow, this is so good. Could this be the car that's better than my RX-7 for drifting? That one I did go a little bit too slow. I do know that. Because I ended up pulling the handbrake because I didn't think I was going to actually be able to make that corner. I think the only thing that I do to this is I'd bring the slider to drift a little bit more, because sometimes it takes a little bit more to sort of initiate a slide with this guy right now. That is pretty much my only deal with it. Yeah, that is pretty much my only thing with this car at the moment. Is just bring the slider probably one notch over towards drift again. So this is definitely one of the best cars in this game right now. This R34 for grip racing first of all, and apparently for drifting too. So that is a really good thing. So like I said, I'll just bring the slider down one more notch, just off the end, and let's go drive this thing around now and see what it's like. Hopefully it's a little bit better than before, with especially with the initiating of a slide, because that is pretty much what the problem was with this thing. It wasn't like really that much of a problem, as you've seen me doing the last event. It was a little bit of an issue in some of the corners, and that was pretty much it. So let's go ahead and I'll try this event again, and we'll see what it's like. See if I can get any more points or whatever. But I'll give it one more shot. Okay, so this time it's a lot easier to enter corners without even actually pressing the brake. Like, you don't even... Okay, that was a sick ass slide. You don't really have to press the brake in some of these corners to actually enter the corner, which was really good. You literally just go into it, you just steer completely. Like right now, I didn't even touch the brakes. You guys would have seen the backlights turn on if I touched the brakes. And I didn't bother. Again, there, as you can see, you don't really have to touch the brakes at all to initiate a slide. You don't have to use like the brake assist thing as I've been trying to sort of fix, basically. But this is, right now, I think, up there with the RX-7. It's very good to slide. Very good. What can I change on this thing? I'm trying to think right now. What can we actually change on this thing? Maybe bring some of the parts down a little bit. I think the clutch and stuff like that, I mean, helps it to be a little bit faster, but I think because it's faster... Actually, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to think. The RX-7 isn't fully tuned, and I think that could also be one of the things that makes the car such a good drift car. It doesn't like... It doesn't want to stay constantly revved up all the time. I mean, it is obviously going to be revved up all the time because this is what the game is like when you're sliding it. It's obviously going to constantly keep hitting the limiter. But it just feels like it's a little bit more fluid whenever you're driving it, other than like the rest of these cars that I'm driving right now. This one is the closest thing I've probably driven to the RX-7 as a drift car right now. This R34, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's like I said, definitely one of the closest ones that I've driven to the RX-7, making it a very good drift car. But again, still not the RX-7. I think the RX-7 is still a little bit better than this thing. But for now, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you guys want to see me build any more vehicles on this game, make sure you please tell me down in the comments below which car you guys want to see. If you guys haven't seen any of my previous builds, then make sure you go check them out on my channel. And if you enjoyed the content, then make sure you subscribe. And with that said, thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.